Welcome, folks, to the Golf Channel's search for a new instructor. My name is Jacques Panay-Ramon. I'm a PGA Master Professional at the Vision Quest Golf Academy here at the River Club in sunny Bradenton, Florida. Today it's about 120 degrees out here. What I'd like to share with you today are what I consider the myths of golf. As a PGA professional, it's our job to make sure that you, as a recreational player or the tour player, understands exactly what it is we're trying to convey to you. And terminology or words can be completely misunderstood. 3 myths in golf. Number 1, have you ever heard to keep your head down? I see a lot of people topping balls, and the first thing they tell me is, I lifted my head. Well, I'm going to tell you, I've never seen somebody swing like this. That really would be lifting your head. Now, I've often seen people do something like this and pull their spine up or out of position, and yes, the head is attached to the spine. But it's important that you keep your head up and not down. Here's what happens when people are told to keep their head down. They bury their chin right into their chest. There's only 2 ways you can swing from here. That would be the first, and I've seen that one plenty of times, or this one. That one's no better. When your chin is in your chest, it gets in the way of your shoulder turn. Almost impossible to make a full shoulder turn and maintain your spine angle. Forget keep the head down. It's a myth. Keep your head up, keep your spine down. It should look like this. Your head is up, your spine is angled. This will allow you the opportunity to fully rotate your shoulders under your head while keeping your distance from the golf ball. If your distance from the head to the ball changes, you're giving yourself a much more difficult time to have solid contact on the sweet spot. Keep your head up, keep your spine down. Much better terminology. How about this one? Bend your knees. I've seen this person on the range all the time, even on the golf course. I'm not sure what they're doing. There's 2 ways you can swing from here. That's what I call the tiny dancer. But the other way, that second one, there's no body movement through the ball. You just can't have any when you have that much knee flex maintained through the swing. And it's very difficult to maintain that much knee flex during the swing. Forget about bending the knees. Let's think about getting into an athletic position. Just slight flex in the knees. We want to set our head a distance from the golf ball and maintain that. The best way to do that is have just a slight flex in the knees. It's easy to maintain. If you notice when I do this, I'm going to tilt forward and then flex the knees. My head doesn't drop. When my head starts to drop, I got too much knee flex. If I have too much knee flex, it's very easy to spring up and out of that position from address. When you spring up out of that position, you're going to need to make a compensation to get back down to that golf ball. Folks, the golf swing is tough enough as it is. We want to eliminate the compensations, maintain our distance from the ball. Slight flex in the knees, an athletic position. That's enough. How about keep your left arm straight? This is a common flaw. 2 reasons for this. Number 1, for a lot of people, left arm just never gets straight. But this is my arm. If you notice it, there's a little kink in here. If I extend it, it's a little straighter, but it's still kinked. If I extend my arm, watch what happens to my shoulder. In my arm, it disconnects from my body. My lat will stretch out, strengthen out, and I'm going to get this disconnection. I don't want to be up here stretching to get a straight left arm. If your arm is built with a kink down and up like mine is, it'll never be really straight. A good example of that is Hale Irwin. Check him out at the top of the swing. If your arm is a hyperextended elbow, where your elbow actually goes up and down, and a lot of women have that, a lot of flexible people have that, that's much more common for having a really straight arm at the top of the swing. But more importantly than trying to straighten your arm, it's get a shoulder turn. If you don't turn your shoulders, your arm is going to fold. You need to get that turn so you can maintain an extended arm, not straight, and connected. The last one about straighten your arm. If you have this club too high up in your palm, you just won't have any wrist hinge. And at the top of the swing, when you go back, the only way you can get wrist hinge now is to cock your elbow. I'd recommend getting a good golf grip with your left hand or your top hand, your gloved hand. Get a good golf grip that allows you to hinge the club fully so you can maintain an extended arm. If you don't have that wrist hinge, you'll try to get it somewhere else. Now I'm going to put those three together and show you a golf shot over here. Let's go over and take a shot. We're going to keep our head up and keep our spine down. We're going to slightly flex the knees to get into an athletic position. Then we're going to keep our arm extended as it is at address. I wish I hit more shots like that on the golf course. Remember, folks, 3 myths in golf. Keep your head down, keep your left arm straight, bend your knees. Throw them out. Make sure you understand what your instructor is telling you before you jump in. For the Golf Channel, I'm Jacques Panaye-Ramon. Have a great day. Welcome to the Golf Channel's Web Tip. I'm Jacques Panaye-Ramon, a PGA Master Professional here at the Vision Quest Golf Academy in sunny Bradenton, Florida. For display here, I've got a number of swing aids. They're all excellent to use. You may have purchased some late at night yourself. What I want to talk to today is about practicing efficiently or practicing like a tour professional. Let me show you what I mean. Over here, I've got a station set up with clubs on the ground. Everybody has clubs. Use them efficiently. Set one down, aim it directly at your target. Place 2 clubs parallel to it. Now you've got yourself an aiming station. Before you hit any shots, wouldn't you want to be aimed correctly? Set your club in there, check your feet, the distance from the shaft on the ground. Now you're ready to go. Remember, if you want to play more like a tour professional, practice more like a tour professional. Put an aiming station on the ground. You'll know where you're going. You'll make better compensations. For the Golf Channel's Web Tip, I'm Jacques Panaye-Ramon.